I think about how so much of our discourse these days is so highly polarized. For a long time, it felt as though it would be like walking into a minefield to talk about any of these things. My name is Yasmine Diaz. I'm an artist based in Los Angeles. When you're broaching subject matter that might be misconstrued, especially in ways that may feed into biases or discriminatory ways of thinking, it really gives you pause. I feel strongly that not only is it worth it, but it's necessary to push through that discomfort and still communicate your particular point of view. A few years ago, when I made a major shift in my practice, which started with making some work that for the first time was autobiographical, culture and identity started playing a much more overt role, which was something before that I had very intentionally avoided. As someone who was raised Muslim but always felt agnostic towards religion in general, and in other ways had experiences that were very much at odds with the aspects of the different cultures I was raised within. As I mentioned, I was born and raised in Chicago. I went to co-ed, very diverse public schools, and I was living and being raised in a very close-knit Yemeni community that was socially traditional in many respects. For example, there was a lot of gender segregation in all of our households. These are the kinds of things that I'm allowing to feed into my work more and more in both direct and much more nuanced ways. I work with the collage and interactive installation, and most recently with textiles via fiber etching, like this piece behind me right here. I wouldn't say that I've ever thought about my work influencing culture or how it would, but what is definitely important to me is being a part of conversations that remind us how fluid culture is, how it's not static, but is constantly shifting and morphing.